Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're almost at the end of the year, so happy new year for all of you. And well, I have a new video here. This is a 2010 Mercedes C300 4matic. I'll be doing kind of like 80,000 miles maintenance. I also checked and checked the alignment. The left strut is a little warped or bent, not warped, bent. And I'm going to replace the two front struts. I will be doing also the rear brakes, including the parking brake system, which is a shoe system in there. I will be also replacing the transmission fluid. I have all the parts in here. So this is the transmission filter, and as the transmission or the oil pan gasket. This is the fluid for that transmission. That's what Mercedes-Benz sent me. I have the brake fluid, which I'm also doing the brake flush. That's the new belt. I will be also replacing the belt tensioner, the dry belt tensioner, because it's not working fine and it's making the belt squeal, even if it is fairly new. I'm going also to replace the engine oil. I have the oil in here. This is what you're supposed to use on this car, 540 Formula M, specific for Mercedes. I'll be also putting the let me open this back with you guys here. Let me see, what is this one? Because I have the hub and the bearings for the back as well. This is it's a little hard to do with one hand. So this is the hub, and most likely these are the bearings. Okay, I had to stop for that. So this is the bearing for the wheels on the back. This is the half for the back. I only have one. They have to send me the other one because I'm replacing both. It's a good advice to replace those as a pair. They got the same amount of mileage, so if you start hearing a noise on the back for your wheel bearings, don't replace just one, replace both, so you don't have to be at the shop eventually in a month later to replace the other one. Let's just get it done like that. You have another 80,000 miles to go without issues. Again, these are the rotors. I have the spark plugs. These are the OEM spark plugs. That's the part number. Let me take one out so you guys can see. Most likely will be NJK, which is doing, oh, actually it's a Bosch. So we have Bosch, and let me see if these are iridium. It looks like they are platinum iridium. So we have the spark plugs. Looks like I have the oil filter. Let me put this back in here. I can put it right here. Let's see what else we got. That's an empty box. This is the parking brake shoes with all the hardware. That's the best way, like that. Everything is fresh and new. Got another box in here. Most likely this is the tensioner for the belt. Again, sorry guys, but it's a little hard to open by just one hand. But yeah, this is the belt tensioner. And this is the cabin air filter. What else I got here? I got a small plastic, with something. Oh, that's the oil. That's the oil plug gasket. So that's what I'll be doing on this vehicle. So let me start, and I will get you guys on the video so you can see how the process goes. Most likely we'll be recording as much as possible. I don't want to do the video so long. If that's the way you guys like it, please let me know. I'm trying to do half an hour, 40 minutes videos at the most, because I mean, when you're replacing the fluid, you don't want to be just staring at a video of a dripping fluid. I mean, that makes no sense. At least that's what I think. So again, let me know guys, your preferences, and that's what I like to do the videos. As much as information I can share. I think the most important is how to do it, the torque. I'll be putting the torque specifications of everything with images as I edit the video. And again, just stay tuned, and I hope you guys like the video. Alright guys, I'm going to start by removing the upper part, and I'm going to start working myself down. Again, I have to remove the struts and all that stuff. So I already removed the front cover in here, which is just tube hop up. It has two rubber grommets in here and then two clips in the back. Be careful with these ones. they usually break very easy. This one is not the case. I'm very careful. So when you lift like this, try to like use a pry, like I have the plastic trim bars that I can use and remove those. If the metal clip stays here, just put it back in there, because otherwise it will bend. In order to make you to give you guys a better look, I'm going to remove this. Either way, I have to remove it to replace the spark plugs. So let's work together with this. It's usually just clamps in, but as you can see, it's very strong. So let me remove the clamp on the back on the MAF sensor. See what else we need to remove in here. Usually it's just rubber grommets. Yeah, that's what it is. This one should come off fairly easy. Yep. Okay, right now you guys got a better look. I'm gonna remove the other side. Put this on the side. I like to have that table that I put in the back in there. I show that in other videos. It's just so much easier. Well, if this one is safe like that, it's no problem. So much easier to work. Alright, so now we can move this out. As you can see, this is a big plastic part. One of the metals stay here. Again, if that is the case, just make sure you remove it. Oops. And you put it back where it goes. Just trying to be that's the side, it looks like it. Okay. Again, let me put this away. Filter looks not so great, not so bad. So a couple of leaves in there. The filters are not so bad. So right now that we got more clarity here, we can see that, you know, replacing the spark plugs is fairly simple in this vehicle. These are the coils. It's a big 6 engine, so pretty simple. In order to remove the belt and the tensioner, you need to put a pin on the tensioner. See if I can show you guys that too. Hope the audio has good quality. Again, I always use my trusted meter for that. So let me stop the video 1 second, guys, to get that pin and show you too. Okay guys, I already put, what I usually use is 3/16 Allen wrench. This one has kind of like a swivel on the front, so it's round, it's easier to get in. So what you do is with a 17mm socket, you put the pressure down, and then you just put the Allen wrench in there. As you can see, the belt is already loose. So let me get that out of there. Be good to keep the right. So actually, I will put the diagram in the video, so we don't have to either you or me look for. Alright, we got the belt out. And now for removing the bolts on the tensioner, I'm going to use a reverse torch or Torx. Let me see. Looks like E12. Sure. Yep, that's the one. It's a little tight. So what I like to use, well, I'll do first is just break the tension with the ratchet, and then use the battery one. And I always like to use my mirror to find out where the bolts are. So
It's only 2 bolts in here, one on the top and another one in the bottom, which is kind of like behind. With this. Sometimes you can break the two with this ratchet as long as it's not too tight. I got a magnetic tray in there. What I found very helpful, like if I put the battery ratchet in the bolt all the way in, and I try to work, you see it's not working. But if I start the ratchet out and I put it on the bolt, it works. See, this is kind of like a trick for that. It's like the power of the Milwaukee ratchet of the first is not that strong, but if it's already spinning, you get a little bit more torque. Alright guys, so that will be the second one. Let me show you the tensioner, how it looks. So this is where you'll be looking for. So like I said again, you put the wrench in here so it holds the tension from the tensioner, so you can remove this bolt, because otherwise this will be covered. Now you're gonna have to fight a little bit, or I'm gonna have to fight a little bit to get these out of here, but that's not a problem. Put this on the side. Now let me get at least one of the coils, and I will start the video so we don't have to look at me just replacing 6 spark plugs. But at least I want to show you one. So we have this lock in here, then you push it back and then push down. That will release the connector. All right, it's a 4-wire coil. That one will be using a torch. It looks like a T30. And yes, it's a T30. It's only 2 bolts in each. Again, break it as a ratchet and then use the battery. I thought your battery will last longer. Sorry for the sharp noises, guys. But it is what it is, right? Put those bolts in there. I would like to wiggle it so release it. A little tight. If it doesn't, it should come out. Oof. It's not letting go. Come on, baby. It's very stuck in the spark plug. Oof. You can see that was very hard to remove. A very good boot. So this is just the coil, guys. Again, I'm going to use the dielectric grease when I installed everything back. This one's I'm going to put on the side. Got another table in there. Get a socket for that. Be right back, guys. I got the socket in there. Break it loose. Okay. All right. Let's see how they look. Oh yeah, never been replaced. See what I mean is, like, look at this one. It's OEM factory NJK. They send me Bosch, but they come with this ones now. So that's kind of funny that, you know, Mercedes-Benz is selling Bosch now. Again, that's both OEM. So alright, so this will be the same thing for the other 6 ones. In order to put the tensioner, let me show you the new one. Alright, the nice thing from the Mercedes, it comes already, you know, preloaded with a pin. so you don't have to fight it outside, because it's going to be, I mean, what I'm going to do with the old one is just grab it with a vice grip on a bench, and then just use the ratchet and remove my Allen wrench. And I will try to save this pin, which I always lose. I don't know why. Maybe when I clean my cart, and then goes to the garbage. Alright, so just like I said, everything is in reverse order. So I need to put this back in here. Well, you guys can see what I'm doing, because I'm not have this in the right spot. It's a little hard to say. You can see the hole now. Sorry if I am in your way, guys, but I need to at least set it up. Looks like I got one. Might be easier. Put the bolt on the socket. I like to start at, at least a couple of turns by hand, and then use the battery ratchet cordless. I really like these Milwaukee's. They're just, very good quality. Battery lasts a lot, and they're cheap. I mean, you can buy like 3 compared to what a Snap-on tried to charge for theirs. Just gonna reach the end and then torque this down. This most likely will go to 20 Newton meters. So let me go and get the specs, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, I got the specs. Let me show it to you. So I'm using my Ben's computer. This is what I did. So let me show you a little bit of how I got to here. I'm pressing buttons that I shouldn't. Where I am. Okay, this is the whole explanation of how to do it, and the bolt that I'm looking for is right here. Is called the 3V. So I go down to the specs and see. I see it now. Right here. So remove bolts, 3V and poly B belt. So I click on this document, and it tells me that it's 35 Newton meters. I have the digital torque wrench for this. I'm going to just torque it. Alright, so that's good. And the other bolt. Very hard to see there. I got it, and that's tight. So both are torque to specs. Let me turn this off. And I'm going to need it for a little bit. And I mean, if you guys like to torque the spark plugs and everything, I will put the specs again on the video. I'm going to stop right here. So I'm going to replace all the spark plugs, put the belt back, which again I will put the routine of the dry belt. All you gotta do is just put the belt and then release that pin and remove, which is very simple. You guys how to put the belt. A lot of people is complaining that I don't show the whole process sometimes. So this is the new belt. If you're going to reuse yours, before you remove it, just put an arrow for direction of the of the belt, so you put them in the same position. Not my case. Very long belt. It's gonna be a little hard for you guys to see with my hands and myself on the way. Okay. Put them in like that memory, which I think is correct. Me, I got too much belt. So I need to get, oh, I am missing one in here. So I think with that. Looks a little better, but it's still not right. Definitely not. Most likely have it good on the back. So let me get the routine for this belt. Just look at one of the pictures in there, and I think that guides me to the right direction. Let me install it and show you guys too. Still got that pin in there. So what you gotta do is vibration damper will go to the AC compressor, to the power steering pump, and then straight to the upper pulley, down to the alternator, to the water pump, idler, down to the tensioner, and back to the vibration damper. So again, let's see if I can remove this pin with you guys here. You remove the tensioner from, the tension from the tensioner, remove the pin, and that's it. Quite simple, huh? Alright guys, I got the first spark plug already installed. This is the dielectric grease that I was telling you. I always use that. It's like, whoever installed this spark plug looked like it didn't put much. So this one is stuck at the other one. Yeah, this one wasn't so bad. Looked like it's grabbing from the outside. So like you see, this is so nice. So it's very, very dry in there. Again, sorry for the shop noise. This is, guys, just use air for everything. So all you gotta do is just apply a little bit and then just rub it, so when the spark plug gets in there, it will distribute the grease on the booth. Let me remove that spark plug. All right, the magnet. And again, definitely all NJK, original Mercedes-Benz. So I use this to install the new one so I don't drop the spark plugs on the hole, because you can bend the electrode like that, and these are iridium, so they will be garbage. Cannot adjust the gap in these spark plugs. Alright, so you can put the second one in. Then you release, that's it. The spark plugs are tied or torqued to 25 Newton meters, and the coil bolts are 9 Newton meters. I got those specs from Wiz Ezra, which is, the OEM specifications. You will experience, you will end up, not needing to torque everything. I torqued the tensioner, because that's something that will not be replaced for another 80, 100,000 miles. So that's saying that you do want to make sure they're tied to spec, so they'll last tight all the time. All right, so that's the spark plug. Let's get this coil on the hole. Connector, you just push in, and then the gray tab, I don't know if it shows in the video, but just put the gray tab in there. All the bolts in here. And with this one you got to be very careful, because these are, like I said, only 9 Newton meters. Allow you just to reach the end, just, you know, like that, and then finish by hand. And that's what you got to do with all of them. Alright, all the coils and the spark plugs are installed on torque. Now we can put the engine cover. I need to remove the oil too. So what I like to do is always loosen up the oil filter. It's very handy. 22 millimeters. Yeah, well, 22 is right here. This is MO or M0219. I think I got this one from Cromwell. Just gotta lift it a little bit so the oil will drain completely down to the oil pan. So when you remove the oil, the filter is empty. Otherwise, this will this little bit of the fluid will stay here. Be gentle. I can see right now the fluid going all the way down, which is what I'm looking for. This over here. Make sure, you know, when you remove the filter, replace these two rings and this one too as well. So again, I'm just going to leave that open so it drains completely and faster for my oil change. So like this, we can install this. Rear cover you can install, is not a problem because it's not going to cover the filter. You have to like fish it on the driver's side first, and then to the passenger side. You will see the grommets kind of like guide you, and then just slip it on the back. Make sure that you get this hose from the air pump attached to as well, and that's it. We can put in these air guides. Those for like the air filters. I don't know why Mercedes does this so brittle. It's so hard to install, because I mean the only flexible area is right here. Come on, it's gonna be very hard. Okay, got it. Make sure it clicks in. That's it. Same thing on the other side. Like this one, I came off from here. So put it first here, and just work yourself on the back. Finger. Okay. So now I'm going to work on the shock absorbers, or strut. Sorry. plastics in here. I don't really need to remove those from here. My main goal is remove these 3 bolts and lift the suspension. Leave one just, you know, holding the strut like that. When you had the car up, you can just reach it, you know, easier, and then take the strut out. Looks like those are E12 as well, reverse torch. So again, I'm just going to remove 2. And just lose 1. So that should be good. Alright, let me reset the camera and raise the car up, and we'll work on the front suspension.